Are you waiting until retirement to enjoy your life? For many of us, retirement isn't just years away, it's decades. But you don't need to wait that long to start enjoying life. Most people think retirement is something you work toward for 30 or 40 years, grinding through your career until you finally have enough to escape work. But what if you didn't have to wait decades to retire to have more freedom, flexibility, or time to enjoy your life? There's a better way. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme, but a smarter approach to money in life that lets you experience what retirement promises right now. In this video, I'll share how we discovered this alternative path, why it's better than the traditional approach, and the practical steps to make it happen. Let's get into it. Our lives changed in the summer of 2018, and we never saw it coming. My husband and I were on a week-long vacation in Maine. We rented a cabin on a lake and spent our time thinking about the moment when vacation could be our everyday reality. We were doing what most people do when they dream about retirement, picturing long days, peaceful, away from our stressful jobs, imagining a slower pace of life, and asking ourselves this question: what would we do if money didn't matter? At the same time, we were saving and investing aggressively and doing all the right things. Without setting a specific goal of early retirement, we were on track to retire in our early 40s. But my job had become toxic. This is what prompted our conversation on this vacation. And not long after that trip, my body started telling me what my mind had been ignoring. I had pushed myself too hard for too long, and it finally caught up with me. I experienced severe anxiety and panic attacks and was forced to take a 6-month medical leave. Looking back, that season was one of the hardest things I'd ever experienced, but it also became a turning point. During my leave, my husband and I had time to reflect. We started asking deeper questions. Was the constant stress and burnout really worth it? Were we trading our health and sanity for money we didn't even need right now? That's when we made an important discovery. Even though we were still years away from traditional retirement, the progress we'd already made gave us options, real options to live differently right now. Even though we weren't close to traditional retirement, our savings and investments had reached a point where, if left alone, they'd continue to grow. We could slow down and life would still work out. We didn't need to keep contributing as aggressively. And actually, we didn't need to keep contributing at all. One of the key concepts that helped us connect the dots was something called Coast Financial Independence. It's the idea that your current savings are enough to eventually fund retirement without any additional contributions. The amount you already have today will grow to cover your retirement through compound growth alone. For us, having saved aggressively up to this point, this concept gave us permission to rethink everything. So we started making changes after this key inflection point. I stepped away from full-time work to focus on recovering from burnout. That turned out to be eye-opening. We discovered that life improved significantly, even though we were earning less. And if we could earn less, improve our lives now, and not sacrifice our future, I think we were onto something. This not only helped us start making changes, but it also shaped how we thought about retirement. We used to see life as 2 stages: working career and retirement. Society portrays traditional retirement as all or nothing. You're either working or you're retired. But this subtle shift, stopping work for 6 months, then returning part-time, taught us something else. Life doesn't have to be that binary. You don't need to go from 100% work to 0% work overnight. Instead, you can gradually design your life to include more of what you love now, not decades from now. We began to see an alternative path forward where people could use the wealth they've already built long before retirement. It's centered around this idea: life is your most precious and limited resource, and you can begin to buy back your time and improve your life today. We made our first lifestyle change a little over 8 years ago. Our lives look completely different now than they did during that week-long vacation in Maine because we started buying back our time. We gave up things like high salaries to gain more control over our schedules. We now work for ourselves and make a lot less money than we did back then, but we're so much happier. We have complete control over our time. We can travel for months at a time in our converted camper van, and we get to do work that's meaningful to us. A large part of that work is helping others make similar changes in their lives, using their financial freedom to improve their lives today. We've now helped hundreds, if not thousands of people make these shifts long before reaching retirement. What we've learned is that this can look different for everyone. It could mean taking a mini retirement to travel or explore a passion project, shifting to part-time work so that you have more time with family, choosing a less stressful job that pays a little less but gives you your life back, shifting to contract work and working seasonally throughout the year with extended time off, or starting a small business or creative pursuit that you've always dreamed of. At its core, buying back your time isn't about hitting a certain number or milestone. It's about reclaiming your most limited resource, time. And once you've experienced even a small taste of that freedom, it changes everything. You start to realize that the goal was never just to retire. It was to build a life that feels good right now. This approach works better than the traditional work now, relax later mindset for 3 key reasons. Instead of deferring happiness, it lets you experience the life you're working toward long before you officially retire. First, it makes the journey enjoyable. Life is better when you fill it with things that bring you happiness. So many of us think, I can't wait until I retire to do X, when we could actually start doing those things today. Second, it gives you the ability to test and refine your retirement vision while you still have time to adjust. You might discover that what you actually thought you wanted in retirement isn't what actually brings you joy. Third, it protects you from the risk of waiting too long because life is unpredictable and tomorrow is never guaranteed. Have you ever heard of someone waiting until retirement to do something only to get hit with a medical diagnosis that prevented it from happening? I know I have, and I refuse to let that happen to me. If you want help making this shift, my Design a Life You Love group coaching program covers exactly that. Over 25 cohorts have completed this program and started creating lives they don't want to retire from. If you want help turning your wildest what-ifs into your new normal long before retirement, I've included a link in the description below. If you'd rather get started on your own, here are 3 steps you can take. First, start by clarifying your values. What do you want more of in your life right now? What matters most to you? I recommend picturing your ideal day and week. This exercise helps you articulate what's truly important. Once you know what matters, create a plan to make it happen. Set specific goals and milestones, and instead of only focusing on retirement in the distant future, think about near-term milestones like paying off debt, building an emergency fund, or reaching FI, all of which can unlock lifestyle changes now. And set some goals for how you want to spend your time and start experimenting. Test your ideas. If you think you want to travel for months at a time, start by traveling for several weeks. Take note of your experience. Did you enjoy it? What surprised you? Keep iterating until your visions become clearer. Retirement doesn't have to be some far-off destination where your life will eventually improve. You can start living that life today if you give yourself permission. You can use the wealth you've already accumulated to fund that change without sacrificing your future. The idea of buying back your time originally came from the book Your Money or Your Life. It was transformative for me, and you can learn more about how it changed my life in this video here. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, enjoy your journey.